beautiful beaders, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I'm back with some products from Beebeecraft.com. They're an online jewelry making and craft supplies store that I share here each and every month, bringing you guys some of their products to take a look at up close. And then I also follow up with something where I'm showing you guys their products in use. This time I have 7 items to share with you that we'll take a look at. And before we get into it, I have a coupon code that they have set up. It is OPAL5, OPAL5, and that will save you $5 off your purchase of $40 or more. They also offer free international shipping on orders over $25. And as my own disclaimer, please allow like 2 to 4 weeks for your items to get to you, because for some people it takes less, for some people it takes more, and it depends on the products that you are picking out. All right, so the first item that I picked out is this really cool chain. It is silver plated brass, and you can see you get this whole big spool, the cost of it being $16.39. It's about 10 millimeters wide and about 1 millimeter thick. I'm gonna take this plastic off so we can check it out up close. Wow, this is beautiful. You can take the plastic off and you can see it really shine. What I like is that it's very decorative, and you could cut this up and use the components as connectors separately if you wanted to. And you could even use this in some type of beaded decor if you got really creative. So with the twist tie off, here is a segment of the chain. Of course, it is very bright and shiny now, but you will want to keep this in plastic if you want to keep that bright and shiny silver, especially if you are in a more humid area. I'm sure that it will turn darker on you over time, so keep that in mind. It feels like it's great quality. It is thin in the sense that it is not too heavy, but not thin in the sense that it feels like it's going to break apart or doesn't feel very sturdy. So you get these round components and ovals, and they just alternate and they're connected together like that. And like I said, I think you could just take these apart with some jewelry pliers. And not only do you have a very interesting chain that you could use just as it is, but you could also use the components separately to bead around or get really creative with. So that's just one example of the chain that they have on Beebeecraft. They've got all different types. I didn't see this one in any other tones of metal, but they have lots of styles of chain if you want to check them out. Next up, I got something different, and that is this big bag of these Barrette snap hair clips, and they're in 4 different sizes. I will take them out of this bag. So you can see we have the 3-inch, we have the 2.3 or 2.5 inch, a 2-inch, and a 1.5 inch. So all different sizes, and actually this is the 1.5 inch. Talking into my tiny view, and I couldn't really tell what I was holding at first. All right, so there's all these sizes all together. There's 30 of each size, and I'm trying to think of other things to make with beads besides jewelry all the time. Sometimes it's nice to throw in something different, like I did recently with the face mask lanyard. I thought it'd be fun to perhaps try some beaded hair accessories. We'll see. For all of these, a total of 120 clips, it was only $10.87 for that amount. I like the fact that you get assorted sizes, and that clips really well. You know, sometimes when they get loose, the clip doesn't stay, and it's so annoying. That feels nice and tight. And you just have that flat surface there. You do have 2 holes on either end also, which is helpful if you are trying to attach something on top of this. But you could wire wrap beads onto this, maybe do a design in a flat peyote or brick stitch, create some beaded beads that you put together and attach on top. So many different options and possibilities that I thought it'd be cool to have these available in case the inspiration struck me, at which point I would definitely share. Next up is this package, something else that's different. 120 pieces, 6 different colors of these oval 2-hole buttons. Let me take them out of their package. There we are. You can see they're all in their own little compartments, and you can see the colors. Now these are also blank. So like if you are into working with metal and doing stamping and things like that, I'm sure that you could hammer these and make all sorts of really interesting designs on this metal. But what I was thinking was they'd be kind of cool just to have available as button clasps, because sometimes it is nice to use a button like this as a clasp, especially if you are working with wrapped leather pieces, things like that. And you could definitely just keep them simple. So they've got this very slight curved shape. They are thick enough where I cannot bend this, and I will grab one of each color so you can see those up close. And here are all 6 of those colors. You can see we have silver, the shinier, brighter silver, an antique copper, some gold, some antique brass or bronze, a tone of gunmetal, and then also what they're calling antique silver, which looks extremely similar to this other silver. So you get a wide variety of different colors, and of course, so many. I think this would be great if you are making a lot of the same type of thing. If you make a lot of, say, the same type of wrap bracelet, and you find that this particular button clasp works for you, it's a great price, $12.99 for 120 pieces. So you're looking at only about 10 cents per button. Next, I have been blowing through my wire guards, especially in this tone like crazy. This is the platinum colored brass. There's 100 pieces in this bag for $4.89, and they do have different colors, but these are something I use all the time. You've seen me use these a lot. Really great for creating professional looking endings on your bracelets or earrings or other components, and also for securing the ends of your pieces because it adds a lot of sturdiness and your thread isn't being pulled at as much at those important points. So what I wanted to check with this was the size of the wire guards and how they compare to other ones that I'm used to using. And these are exactly like the ones I'm used to using. They are a 4x5 millimeter size, so they're not too big. They're perfect for doing bead weaving projects and smaller, more delicate projects. I had ordered some wire guards on Beebeecraft before, and they came in a larger size, which I wasn't expecting, although I should have just read more clearly what size I was ordering, but I wanted to see if they also had the small size, and they do, and that's great to know and great to have more of these on hand. Here's the next item. I guess this was a findings heavy month for me. This is a pack of stud earring backs and blanks to bead onto or to glue something onto, and it's in a mix of silver tone and gold tone, and they are stainless steel, which is great for any of you with allergies, but also so you don't have to worry about tarnishing. So it looks like they've got the 2 tones. Okay, great, and they have the backs and the fronts in their own separate bag. So we have the gold tone, there's the posts, and there's the backs. And we also have the silver tone, the fronts and the backs. And these definitely are in a darker, more stainless steel antique silver color than a bright, light, shiny silver. And I'm going to put one of these together to see how snug the back fits onto the front of the post. So it slides right in. It doesn't catch the notch or anything on the post, but what is nice is that these do slide, but not so easily that it feels like they're just going to slip off. And it looks like part of it might catch the little groove back there, but they are slow to slide. They're smooth, but it's a very snug fit, so that's a good thing. There's a close-up look at the post. You can see that it is nice and central on that blank. It's not off to the side, and they feel very substantial, not way too thick, but not thin to where I can really bend these. These definitely are stainless steel and something that I would be happy to work with. So for the 120 pieces, 60 of each color, this set cost $11.47. So I think a great price for all that you get and how many earrings you can make from that, and the fact that they are stainless. For the 6th item I have to share with you guys, this is a set of 100 magnetic round brass clasps. So let me slide that off so you can see it. We'll pop this open, and there's 4 different colors, so 25 of each color. And I love using magnetic clasp on bracelets if you're not too concerned about being far from home, especially with the security factor, but they're so darn easy to get on and off. These are a smaller round clasp than some of the other magnetic ones that I've gotten before from Beebeecraft, which I really like. They're very delicate, but I can feel the pull just from these in their bags like this already. They feel pretty strong. They are 5 millimeters wide, so I think they'd be great on more delicate bracelets. And we have an antique silver, we have a gold tone, which is kind of on the brassy side, and also an antique brass, and this brighter silver. Let me take one of these out and we will test how strong the magnet is. All right, there's so little, it's gonna be hard. Oh, yeah, that's very strong. These are small. You see that? Wow, how far away can I get? Even like an inch away and it still snaps together. They're very strong and I'm happy with the construction. It looks like the loops are actually formed onto the main metal component as well, so they're not turning and twisting. Very happy with that. So it was $16.14 at the time that I'm filming this for all 100 pieces. So about 16 cents per clasp, which I think is extremely reasonable. And then finally, I'm going to wrap it up with product number 7, something a little more sparkly and fun to look at to leave you with. And this is a container of 144 pieces of sew-on check glass rhinestone faceted crystal Montees. I've been really interested in using more of these sew-on crystals in bead weaving designs, and I was really excited to see that Beebeecraft was starting to carry some. These are larger than ones that I've used before. The size is about 6 millimeters wide and 6 millimeters long, so about 6 millimeters in diameter, and $7.49 for the bag of 144. There's a close-up look at these in my hand. You can see how sparkly they are. Those are beautiful. They've got an AB finish and a crystal background, so they could go with pretty much anything. And then these have a tone of gold plating on the brass metal component, which is more of a tone down. It's not as brassy of a gold. It's a lighter shade of gold. Those are gorgeous. So then you can see how it's got the holes that run through the base where you can actually run your needles through. You could, of course, use these for a lot of different craft projects, but in bead weaving, I think they would be gorgeous. You can make some pretty rings and bracelets and earrings, all kinds of things. And let me see if they are pretty much all intact, because you wonder sometimes if any of them have fallen out of their settings, but they look really good. Look at this handful. I could just play with this handful. Wow. So I'm actually hoping they get more of these types of things in. I didn't see a whole lot of selection on Beebeecraft at this time as far as the sew-on crystals go, but they are adding more and more new things as time goes on. They really have expanded since I started working with them quite a bit. So that is all I have to share with you guys this month from beebeecraft.com. I hope you enjoyed checking out some of these products up close, and I can't wait to work with all of these things and to bring them to you in future tutorials, finished jewelry updates, and other pieces that I share. I will leave the links to all of these products right down below the video so you can go directly to them. And don't forget I have the coupon code OPAL5, which will save you $5 off your purchase of $40 or more. And they have the free shipping over $25, but please allow several weeks for the items to reach you, depending on your location and what items you pick out. I want to give you guys a huge thank you for being with me for this video. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also hit the subscribe button because I'd love to have you sticking around for much more to come. And don't forget to check down below the video also for links to all my social media handles, my website, shop, and blog, where there's lots more info and finished pieces to take a look at. Feel free to leave me a comment down below, especially if you have any ideas jumping out at you about any of these products. And until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.